Good morning, sunshines. This is Callie Carroll, and we are doing Good Morning Sunshine, where we talk about real life perspective, choosing happiness, and miracles. So today we're going to really discuss the art of a shit sandwich, and we're going to get down into it, you guys. And I'm going to tell you all about Whitten John's rescan. So for those of you guys that have been following, you know, for those of you guys that are new, Whitten John was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer and another disease. That's my husband, sorry. 15 weeks ago. And we just did his first official rescan. Hello, beautiful Anna. How are you, my sunshine? So I'm going to share all of that. But first, we always start by sharing something we're grateful for, because that keeps a happy heart, especially when life is really, really, really tough. So what are you happy for today? I'm grateful for sunshine. You guys, sunlight and sunshine does so many beautiful things for your body. And if you're in an area where you don't get exposed to sunshine, look into some other exposure to light therapy, something that you need, because it's really important. What are you grateful for, you guys? Please share it. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Love you guys. Good morning, Tammy, Casey, Christine. Okay, so the shit sandwich, you guys. And this is like something that you need to know about. And it will be the way that I deliver my message today too, which is so great. So this is where basically you take something that you are spinning as good, right? That you're maybe not spinning, maybe it really just is good. And you have the bread, which is like the bread of the sandwich, which is beautiful, right? It's good, it's happy, it's positive, it's the good news, right? And then right smack dab in the middle, you put the shit. That's why it's a shit sandwich. So this could be where somebody's like, you know what, like I'm so grateful that I have this awesome job and I love working in the city and it's amazing, but I just don't like my coworkers. It's okay though, because I bring home enough money to pay for my kids to do whatever. That's a shit sandwich. That's a successful shit sandwich. I see people often do it wrong. They do a sandwich on shit bread where they're just like, all of my friends suck. I can't even stand it. There is the one girl that's kind of fun, but like seriously, they're all so negative. Like they're like shit, one thing positive, shit. Okay, that's not how you do a shit sandwich, you guys. And there is a reason for the shit sandwich. There is like a legit reason why we should all know how to do this, not just in delivering news like we're doing today, but just in general, you guys. And it's all about wrapping the bad, wrapping the negative in happiness and gratitude, because the fact of the matter is there will be shit in our lives. There will be, right? So if you're going to have this pile of caca in front of you, you might as well wrap it in something good, because when you do that, just like we start Good Morning Sunshines with gratitudes every single day, no matter what's going on, it's going to help your heart lift up. Okay. So if you guys don't know how to do a shit sandwich now, hopefully that helps. If you have a shit sandwich that you want to share, I would love it. Let's just see if you guys can get some sandwiches going on. All of my friends suck. I don't. And Christine, by the way, obviously not validated from me. I'm just thinking about other humans that complain about their tribe. Okay, we have a badass tribe, and there's no sandwich about that. Like it's a happy sandwich on happy bread. Okay, but let's talk about the shit sandwich. Okay, so Whitten John, right? 15 weeks ago, we found out little man was diagnosed with Langerhans cell histiocytosis and central diabetes insipidus. The Langerhans cell histiocytosis caused the central diabetes insipidus because of the pituitary in his brain was damaged, which produces his hormone that makes him stop peeing, which means he's got this really odd and dependent relationship with water, which is very, very challenging for our family to manage in his medication. And the Langerhans cell histiocytosis, which is a cancer-like disease that they don't even know what it is because it's so rare, is within his body. Okay, so a few different things, right? Number one, Langerhans cell histiocytosis is it's histiocytes. I'm learning more and more, right? There's histiocytes that run through your blood. Everybody has them. You have them. I have them. We all have them. Histiocytes are a good thing. It's running in our bloodstream all the time, right? But it can find homes when it's acting bad. Okay, so that was just that's your background notes. Let's get to the sandwich. So number one, guys, good news, great news, amazing news, fantastic news, miraculous news. Whitten John's head is doing so good. It's doing so good. So the tumor on his right side, right here behind his ear where he has his like soft spots, you can like literally feel the spot. The bone's starting to grow back. The tumor is substantially smaller. It's not lighting up as much, which means the malignancy is going away. This tumor right here is getting smaller. And you guys, the stem in his pituitary is getting smaller. So it was inflamed from the LCH, or I don't know if it's inflamed is the right word, right? But it was big. It's getting smaller, which means to me, number one, like that the pituitary being damaged, there's not as much fear of things like his growth hormone or his testosterone being damaged in the future. And maybe, just maybe, you guys, maybe his ADH wasn't completely damaged. Maybe he will have that recovery from the CDI, from his diabetes insipidus. Okay, so awesome. Really super excited about that. Additional good news around that is that we've been practicing, so that the cytarabine, our chemotherapy, working for his head, right? The additional really good news there is that we've been using some alternative practices on his head primarily. We've been doing some different creams. We've been doing some different terahertz lights, really focus on the skull. And I believe that those different things that we're doing are working, okay? Applaud, amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, the shit part. It's not working in his body. The chemo's not working in his body. The tumor in his little hip, right, your iliac crest, that was very observant. That was a lot of action, right? Right here. I'm going to give you guys so we can do this, right? So right here, like that whole bone, that one was really big when we started off, and it's smaller. That's dynamite, right? Like it's smaller, but it's lighting up more, meaning that even though it's shrinking in size and there's sclerosis showing that the bone's healing, it's like showing a lot of metabolic activity, which is a sign of cancer spreading, right? So that's not great. Also, the LCH is finding home in his body. So we don't want that. We don't want progression. We want healing, right? So now the histiocytes that are going through his body have found home in his arm, his right humerus. It's found home in his ribs, his fifth rib on both sides. Isn't that odd? Fifth rib. One is suspect, one is there. Found home in his pubic bone, and found home in his left femur. So we have 5 new tumors. That is shit. Like, I don't know how you want to cover that up with something else. That's just shit, right? This means that the cytarabine, the chemotherapy that we're using, probably is not working for his body. So then you're in this like really challenging spot, right? Where you're like, it's working for his head, but it's not working on his body. Ugh. Okay. Now, a couple different things about that. They're small. They're teeny tiny, you guys. LCH is a very slow growing disease compared to some different cancers. So they've probably been metabolizing since, who knows, way before we were even diagnosed. And they're just starting to show up because the chemo that we're using isn't working. Some additional good news. Okay, so that's the shit portion. That's all. I mean, that's all we need to spend there. Like, we don't like that. We don't like 5 new tumors. Not really exciting. Okay, let's move on. Let's get to the other good piece of bread. All right. So other piece of bread on our shit sandwich, since we're learning all about this, is there's so many different types of treatment that we can look towards. Now, it's a rare disease, so it's really challenging to figure out the next steps. But we have Dr. McLean out of Texas that we're now going to be consulting with, seeing, and we're wrapping up all the rest of the paperwork, but we should be flying down to Texas for our initial consult soon. But he's on our case. So our doctors communicated with him, which makes my heart feel super happy because he's dealt with 20 years of cases of people with LCH, DI, children. So that gives me more confidence in what's next. He's in agreement with our doctors here in Colorado because we also have our wonderful team here. So we have this team that's coming together of multiple different specialists, physicians, Denver, Texas, right, that are coming to support him. So we are switching things up. So this is the good part, right? We're going to change to a new chemotherapy called clofarabine. And it's basically like the cytarabine that we were on before, but the Hulk version. So it's going to be the Mac Daddy version of what we were doing before. We're no longer going to be doing at-home chemo, so that experience is over after 2 months. We're going to be going in, hopefully on Monday. We're going to get his ANC to see if his levels are good enough. We'll go in on Monday, and we'll do a full 2+ hour drip. So that means that my little man is going to get really good at patience, right? Because we're going to be in a room. He's going to be connected to the IV in his port. Thank God for the port, where he's going to be getting that medication over the course of 2 hours while we're at the hospital. And then while we're there, another great thing is that they're able to administer a lot of his anti-nausea medicine directly into the line. So he's not trying to take as much meds because he just doesn't really love that. So we're going to be on, I think, at least 5 additional anti-nausea medications because this is much stronger. So the thing about clofarabine versus cytarabine is that there is a lot more in cases, guys, who knows about Whitten, right? But there is more found nausea. There is not just partial hair loss, but complete hair loss. There is, he could not be tired. He could be super tired. He might not be able to fall asleep. He could be more, angry or have more like rage. There's a lot of different potential side effects that go with that. But we need the Hulk version to go and slam down these other areas that are developing, obviously, right? So this is a good thing. This is our good piece of bread, that there's new medication that we get to go towards to do the next attack, that we have this full team reaching all the way down to Texas that's supporting us on this journey. Another good piece is that Whitten John is doing so great right now, you guys. You should see him. He's at Grandma's. He's playing. He's having fun. He's this little champion. I don't see any signs of his, before he was limping because of his hip, but I don't see signs of his arm hurting or his femur hurting. He's mobile. He's doing really great with that. So a lot of beautiful pieces. It's just for all of us, and that's shit sandwich complete. Okay, complete, because now I just want to give you the reality check, because I'm always authentic. It's just wrapping our minds and brains around supporting him through something that's going to be even more challenging, most likely physically, than what we've had before. My major thing is keeping him as comfortable as possible. And I don't know what next week's going to look like. I don't know what that nausea is going to look like for him. And all I can do, and all we can do, you guys, is pray that the clofarabine, I'm going to get good at that word, works, and that it attacks these new tumors that are forming and continues to support his brain as it has been. So we're going to start a new chemotherapy next week. I've already started doing his therapy that we were doing on his head, his alternative therapy on his different areas of his body. He doesn't love it. There's this light and thing that's shining on him. There's these different creams, but he's going to get used to it. So I'm starting to treat different areas. I'm going to contact my Quantum Pulse to see if I can get that machine in my house to try to be doing more of that. We're going to keep praying, light and love all the time. I know that you guys are reaching out, and your prayers literally make all of the difference in the world, you guys. All of our positivity together. I know that God, he has a plan. I know that he has a plan, and it's really, by the way, I look like I'm doing really good right now. Don't worry. I will cry plenty later on today. I have my ups and downs. My emotions are all sorts of confused, but I do know that he has a plan. He knew that Whitten John was going to come with this. He knew that the first 2 chemos weren't going to work correctly. He knows what's going to happen next. There are other things we might have to do after this. I don't know, but I know and I trust that he has a plan for Whitten John's strength to come out of this. And I know part of that is you guys. It's the strength that we're creating together. It's the bond that we're creating together. It's the identification that life is beautiful, even though there's these challenging times. And whatever you have going on, maybe this can be a reality check for you of it's going to be okay. Enjoy the pieces around me and focus on the bread in my shit sandwich, not the shit in my beautiful bread sandwich, right? So there's your ketchup and your shit sandwich overview, you guys. Thank you for being here for us. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the posts. Thank you for wearing your t-shirts everywhere yesterday, sporting Witty J's face. I'm certain I'm going to have to come out with a Witty J beanie for his bald little head soon. So that's going to be super fun. And I'm going to ask for more prayers. I'm not going to ever stop asking for prayers. I'm getting really good at asking for things now and asking for support where I seriously sucked before. So asking for prayers for next week, for strength, for his ease, for decreased nausea, for him to feel good going through things, for him healing, for this next chemotherapy working, and just, for happiness within all of us, you guys. I have prayers for every one of you, for your love, growth, support, your health, your happiness. And I want you to feel happy. I don't want people walking around feeling sad about the situation. I want you to find that this just brings the realization that we should be happy in these moments right now. right? If this video has touched you in any way, please share it, because I also know that these messages, they're not meant to be lost. They're meant to support new people, right? They're meant to support people all around that are going through serious life. I'll update, and I'm trying to figure out how to organize these things for whittenjohn.com, the website that's out there for him. That's it, you guys. We always end with the commitment. Can you guys just commit to prayers? Light, love, white light, positivity. That would be so beautiful. So you just write on the side, I'm committed, or do your butterflies. You see everybody doing their 3 butterflies. There's a purpose behind that. I love you guys. Whitten John's going to be not just okay. He's going to be better than okay. We just are we're being offered some new life lessons right now. All right. I love you guys. Thank you. I'll turn it off. I'll figure it out. I have a new phone cover. It doesn't like me to touch buttons when it's on here. Oh my gosh. It's not going to let me end. Exit solo, remove stream, end broadcast. Okay. Bye.